Hi guys, this is Sharon Vornholt with LouisvilleGalsRealEstateBlog.com, and I'd like to thank Steph Davis over at FlipThisWholesaler.net for inviting me to speak to you today about my real estate investing business. I have been investing in real estate since 1998, and like most folks, I did it part-time initially. I had a home inspection business for 17 years, and it was not until January of 2008 that I quit that business and became a full-time real estate investor. My primary strategy is wholesaling, and I invest right here in Louisville, Kentucky, where I live. So how do I find my deals? Well, primarily I find my deals through direct mail marketing. It is by far the best source of leads that I have. I've done direct mail for many years in the other business and in this business, and it brings you a steady stream of qualified leads. The thing you need to remember about direct mail is that you have to continue to mail these folks for just about ever. My rule is that I mail them until I buy the house, until somebody else buys the house, or until they ask me to take them off the list, which rarely happens. So it's not really unusual to get a call after a couple of years to buy a house. So that's my number one strategy. But I also use handwritten bandit signs. Thanks to Steph for that tip. I'd always used pre-printed signs prior to hearing about that. And they seem for me to work much better than the pre-printed signs. So I use the handwritten signs. I have put ads on Craigslist. I have found a fair number of deals in my RIA group, especially in the beginning when I was rehabbing and was doing some buy and hold real estate, doing some landlording. There's a lot of folks in there that are wholesalers that you can buy deals from. So it's a good place to find deals. And certainly you should belong to your real estate, your RIA group, because it's just a great place to learn. One thing that I'm trying that is new to me, and my sign should be in probably within the next week, I've ordered a big vehicle sign, a magnetic sign, to put on my daughter's cute little red Dodge Dakota pickup truck. Now, we've ordered it so that it's going to pretty much cover the whole tailgate of the truck. So it's approximately 2 foot by 4 foot or thereabouts, and it'll just say "We buy houses cash," and it will give the phone number. And I'm going to use a Google Voice number for that so that I can know for sure where that lead came from. But it'll be interesting to see how that comes out, because she drives a fair amount each day, and she parks her truck in a very visible area near a major road. So that's kind of how I find my deals. Now, finding buyers is much a similar strategy. I find a lot of my buyers through my local RIA group. I took the time and put every one of those folks in my database. So whenever I have a house, I send it out to that group. I also post it around on Postlets and Craigslist and all of the different avenues where you can post your deals. And if I've added some buyers to my buyers list through those means. Now, they don't necessarily buy the house that I have listed, but I've added some really repeat buyers to my list from those methods. I can, there's just really no end to the ways that you can find buyers. One of my most recent buyers came from really an unexpected source. It came from Bigger Pockets. Now, for those of you who don't know about Bigger Pockets, you can check out biggerpockets.com, and it's a website for real estate investors. They have forums, they have articles, just about anything you would need. They have forms. But this fellow lived right here in my city, and he and his partner have become really some of the best buyers that are on my list. They're in a very active buy and rehab mode. But what I would say about building your buyers list is get out and network. Go where the folks are that do what you do. Go where the real estate investors are. And don't ever meet a new person without telling them what you do, because you never know where your next buyer is going to come from. So my last deal I got through my traditional method of direct mail. I knew I had been marketing to this fellow for quite some time, but I didn't really know till I went back to my database just exactly how long I'd been marketing to him. Well, it was from May of 2008. That was when I sent out my first letter to this fellow. He lived in Texas, so we did everything by email and fax. I sent him the contract. I got permission in that contract to put a lockbox on the house, which is something that I always do. Within just a couple of days, I took a couple of buyers over there. One of them bought the house, and about 10 days later, I went to closing, which was all done via overnight mail, and picked up a check for $13,000. So he was an absentee owner that I had marketed to since May of 2008. Now, I just finished putting together a short sale package, which is something that I don't normally do. But another fellow that I'd been marketing to for about the same length of time since spring of 2008 called me and just practically begged me to look at his house and buy this house. Back when I first started marketing to him, he had a tenant in there. He was happy. Everything was going great. But since that time, he's gotten in financial difficulties. The house is going into foreclosure. The bad news for him is that the tenant has not taken care of the house. There's ongoing water leaks and mold in the house. The good news for me is the tenant hasn't taken care of the house and there's mold in the house. So I'm hoping to put together a smoking hot deal and be able to buy this house because it's in a great neighborhood and it's brick and it's a great house. So once again, that was another person that I had marketed to for just over 3 years. You need to remember that with time, all things and change and circumstances change with these buyers. People that aren't motivated today may very well be very motivated 6 months, a year, 2, 3 years down the road. So just keep those letters going. If I had any parting advice for you, it would be that you need to get very good at marketing. Marketing is what will keep your business alive. If you don't have any leads, then you're effectively out of business. I would encourage everyone to try direct mail, but whatever strategies you choose for getting those leads in the door, set aside some time every day, even if you have a full-time job. My recommendation is 1 hour a day, and you could do that all day on Saturday. It doesn't really matter. But set that time aside, do your marketing, employ several strategies, and you will get those leads in the door. It's a cumulative effect, but it pays off in big time in rewards to you. Put some ads on Craigslist. Put yourself out there. Network with people that do what you do. So once again, this is Sharon Bornholt with Louisville Gals Real Estate Blog, and feel free to leave me any questions that you have below, and I will do my best to answer them. Thanks again.